Sammy, listen to this. You love statistics. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, our first guest is the most watched guy on television. Well, even with all that exposure, he's decided to chuck his TV career and bring all gorgeous 6'4" of him, and he is gorgeous, to Broadway for Jekyll and Hyde. Please welcome David Hasselhoff.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
You just got off the plane, I understand.
Yeah, I got in this morning at 6 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little jet lagged out.
What were you doing there? You were coming back for us, weren't you?
I came back for this show, yeah, because it's...
Yeah.
Hey, it's an important show. I was performing at a festival called Viña del Mar.
Which is?
Which is the largest Latin song festival in the world. It 18,000 people a night. It goes out to 125 million people. Wow. And it's a contest for songs, and mostly from all over the world. So I kind of debuted my songs in Spanish there.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you write this? How many songs did you sing?
I sang 3 songs. I did 1 song in English and then 2 songs in Spanish, of which I wrote. I wrote the English lyrics. But the fans, man.
Yeah, tell me, because I hear that it was like Beatlemania there.
Like Beatlemania with you.
Oh, there we are. That scared me.
Did that frighten you?
That's my arrival.
Wow.
That's the press.
Wow. Look at that. God. So that certainly got to be an ego boost. I want to be a rock star.
Wow.
I haven't even seen this footage yet. I just got off the plane with this.
Was that scary, though, for you, to be involved in all that?
Well, what was scary is I got to the hotel and I got mobbed and I realized this is the press. I'm getting mobbed by the press. and then there were literally 2,000 screaming girls outside the window. I would go to the window, I go, ah! And I close the window. Wow. Ah! I got my wife on the phone. I said, honey, listen to this. I called everybody I knew.
Unbelievable. I'm wondering about the whole, you doing the Spanish music. I know that it's certainly become a craze here in the United States as well as globally. So it's interesting that you should do it like that.
I saw a singer about 7 years ago on television named Luis Miguel, and
I realized, isn't he wonderful?
and I became friends with him, and I started following that music because it is such fantastic music. So I decided to learn the language and sing it, and that was my debut, and went over pretty good.
Turned out quite well, didn't it?
It was a bit terrifying, but it went very well.
I wanted to ask you about your family and your marriage. How long have you guys been married, and how many kids do you have?
We have 2 little girls, 6 and 8, and when we've been married 11 years, and we just came back from New York, where we lived for 6 months. And
what were you doing in New York?
I did Jekyll and Hyde on Broadway. And
Milestone. Was it the dream?
It was. When I was 8 years old, I never wanted to be in television. I wanted to be in musical theater, and I trained for it. I have a big voice, a big trained musical theater voice, and I ended up doing Young and Restless for 6 years.
I remember you from. I was like, wow. Even though I'm only 5, and I was 5 then.
Snapper Foster. Snapper, what a name.
And then I did Knight Rider, and then I...
Yes.
Oh, by the way...
Is it coming back?
The good news is I have secured the rights. We are bringing Knight Rider back.
With you in it?
Yeah. Me and a little bit of a younger team, you know. I want to bring in the, like, kind of like the I'll be like the boss, and I'll have a little team that I work with.
How many kids are there going to be?
Oh, you know what? Well, that's kind of a secret.
Really?
We're going to have 1 kit car.
Okay.
But it's going to take place in the future. And there's a line in there that says, Michael, meet the family.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Little kids.
That is so
cool. And then
I
did, after that, I did Baywatch, and I was dying to go, to Broadway. So it took me, honest to God, it took me 40 years to get there. And the opening night, I didn't think I could get through it because I was so emotional. I mean, I cried at the curtain call like a kid, but it was cool because it's a tough role.
Yes.
I mean, it's a gothic rock pop opera classic, and it was the greatest 6 months of my life.
Well, demanded of you, didn't it?
Oh man, was it hard. Every night, I mean, I took vocal classes and acting classes, and you have to live like a monk to do Broadway. You can't drink, you can't do anything.
Well, you brought your family out with you, though, because it was hard for you to be there by yourself.
I was there for a week, and I said, I can't make it alone.
Yeah.
So my wife, Pamela, she said, She flew up, set me up. She looked at all the schools. We found the kids a school right down on Central Park.
Jekyll and Hyde. Now, March 10th, they're going to be doing a pay-per-view, right, of Jekyll and Hyde. So tell us about that.
Well, I was quite honored because they actually chose me to play the role, and we got 10 cameras in there. And for all the people who've never been to Broadway, for all the students who want to be on Broadway or have a dream to do the theater, you must see this show. It is absolutely stunning.
That is wow.
We have a clip from the show, so let's take a look at that.
Unbelievable. Okay, whoa. I don't think anybody had any idea that you could belt it out like that.
Well,
who knew?
Everybody in Europe.
Yeah,
But he was saying,
Germany,
like,
too.
I think that American audiences we had no idea that you just had this such magnificent voice.
Well, I trained it's what I wanted to do since I was a little kid. We actually built a theater in our basement. And we did Annie Get Your Gun and Oliver and Once Upon a Mattress, and that's all I ever wanted to do. And I ended up I was going to go to Juilliard in New York, but I opted to go to California Institute of the Arts instead. So
Are you going to go back on Broadway? Because you have such passion for what you're talking about right now.
Leslie Brickus, who wrote Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Right.
Factory, Dr. Dolittle, Jekyll and Hyde tomorrow, and we're coming up with a brand new one.
Wow. Right.
You know what? You are so involved with your kids. You're a super duper dad. Would it be fair to call you like a Mr. Mom?
I'm a hands-on father. I try to take the kids to school as much as I can and pick them up. I'm at every parent-teacher meeting. I haven't missed one. I must say that my wife, I can't do their hair. So every time my wife goes out of town, I got to get a babysitter just to do their hair because I freak out, you know.
You know, she's standing over there looking at you with
that's
such
my
pride.
wife.
We've got to bring her here.
Yeah,
Come on, Pamela. Come on. Come, please. She's looking at you, bursting.
Wow. We have to make room for
That's
him.
your one.
We have a mic? Yeah. We'll get you a mic, Pam, for saying.
Unbelievable.
Here you go.
There we go.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Sing a few songs.
I'll leave that to you.
So what's it like being married to this wonderful guy?
Well, there's one thing most people don't know. He's high energy. I mean, from the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to bed. So I'll be laying in bed, my wake-up call is usually him standing over me doing jumping jacks. Honey! And our youngest has that energy, too. But he's fun, he's vivacious, and he is a wonderful father. I mean, he really is hands-on. I'm just saying that, he is.
Wow. I know that we're always talking about like issues between men and women on this show, and I think that we usually have a riot doing this. Do you ask him the question? I'm just wondering how you answer it. Does she
How do
ever
I
ask
look?
you? Yes.
Oh.
Do I look fat in this?
Oh my God! Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's how he answers it because it's always going to be no, but it's how he says the no.
Yes. Wait. Say it. How do
He
you
doesn't
say it,
elaborate,
David?
but he'll come to me. How do I look? No, I'll go into detail. You know, right? You'll go. Well, okay, this part I like, that part I don't. His is it's how he says. It's his infliction.
No matter what I say. I say, she
do
says,
change.
how do I look? She says, she says, how do I look? And I say, great. She goes, I'll change. Every time.
That's right. The guys would agree with you on it.
Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful to have the both of you out
Well,
here.
thanks, thank you.
And we wish you guys so much success.
All right, thank
and
you.
we'll make sure that we have the pay-per-view special.
March 10th.
March 10th.
Check it
right.
out.
All right.
Jekyll and
Thank you.
Hyde. You have wowed us for years, and we thank you for that.
All right.
And nice to meet you.
Pamela, it's nice to have you.
Great
Good to see you again, too, honey. Thank you so much. All right, David Hasselhoff and his beautiful wife, Pamela. Don't forget, March the 10th, pay-per-view, the special of Jekyll and Hyde. Watch it. Up next, it's our very own Battle of the Sexes in the first ever Mars-Venus nail driving competition. You won't want to miss that.
Up next.